Hello, everyone. I'm Aparna Raghuram, and I'm one of the verbal mentors with CLLST Mumbai. It's an immense privilege and an honor to have with us Miss Kritika Gaur, who has secured rank 121, a formidable rank in the CLAT 2026 exam. She's here to tell us the critical success factors that will help every CLAT aspirant to be where she's going to be soon, right, in the top NLUs. So let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Kritika, all over to you. So the very first question is, why law and what course did you enroll for in Career Launcher?
So first of all, pleasure to be here with one of my pillars of support, Miss Aparna Raghuram. Not just the verbal mentor, life mentor here. And okay, so let's start with the question: why law? So from a very young age, I think I have been interested in subjects like history, polity, governance. So I thought, why not law? I grew up reading books by Fali Nariman, Nani Palkhiwala, etc., which have always inspired me to join this field. So after my 10th standard board exams, I was just surfing the net looking for how to become a lawyer on Google. And well, obviously in this day and age, CLAT is the pathway to the best law universities in the country. So I decided to join Career Launcher because I was really impressed by their professionalism and by the faculty which they have here. Very experienced people who are, experts in their field, and people who have that experience of writing the CLAT exam themselves. So, they have that first hand experience and they will guide you. And I must say, it was a brilliant decision.
Okay, thank you for the kind words, Kritika. But are there any other resources, support elements that sort of, propelled you to be where you are today?
Well, of course, I talked about the faculty, and no matter how much praise I heap on them, I think it would be an understatement. Uh, Aparna Miss, of course, she works harder than our students actually, always providing us with the best material, the best analysis, staying up late for us, solving all our doubts. Vineet sir, the legal mentor, who is obviously, a very successful corporate lawyer himself and brings that experience to the table which no teacher can basically. And he's a wonderful teacher, of course, but wonderful lawyer also. Then Prasan sir, I don't think I knew math until I met Prasan sir, truly. His way of teaching, his methods of explanation are, they will truly light that bulb in your noggin, basically. So yeah, I think these three are my golden trio. These three are my pillars of support. And obviously the adjunct faculty at Career Launcher is very helpful whenever we need any resources. They are always willing to provide the needful. So yeah, I think that
Apart from that, like for example,
study
yeah,
materials.
what resources did you use? Like
Yes, yes.
particularly, I'd like you to throw light on
Mocks.
GK, yeah, and math, because I think you really aced those sections. You worked really hard to get that score in those sections. So marks, yes, we would have a detailed discussion on that. But could you tell us, how does one really master preparation strategy for GK and math, particularly?
Starting with GK. So I think the biggest challenge which candidates face while preparing for GK is the sheer overload of information which is there, and you feel overwhelmed when you look, oh my god, there's this topic and that topic, and I have to study static, and oh my god. So first of all, I would just ask you to relax, take a deep breath. CLAT has 4 passages or 5 passages in GK. They change it year upon year. But yeah, and those questions will be from those 4 and 5 passages only. It won't be some esoteric one-liner about what Tony Blair said in the year 1998. So, best resources for GK: the Indian Express and Hindu, brilliant newspapers. They will not only help you in your GK preparation, they will simultaneously help you in your English, legal, and logical reasoning sections. So yes, please do read the editorials. Please do read the Indian Express explained section. Obviously, we have our CLLST Manthan 2.0, which basically summarizes the week's important events, and it's really good because sometimes if something appears in the newspaper and it's just one line, you may miss it. And the Career Launcher team does a wonderful job of summarizing it all for you. Then you have your daily quizzes and everything, and GK classes are also conducted by our teachers to basically help you analyze where you are. Now, moving on to quant. This is a section which most students dread. I certainly dreaded it at first. But again, if I had to give a tip, it would be CLAT quant is not school maths. It is not, you don't have to write a full page of steps and everything. You just have to solve. You have to mark it on the OMR. So, and CLAT, at least for the past few years, has asked very basic topics. Like the topics are very basic. You have your percentages, your ratio and proportion, profit and loss. So if you really master your basics, then I think you will be able to score 10 plus or even 12. Even a 12 out of 12 is very much possible. So master your basics and work on your speed, your calculations, learn your tables, your inverses. Prasan sir is brilliant at that.
Okay. Such wonderful insights. Do the basics. That's what we get from what you're saying.
Yes.
So now the $1,000,000 question, which most of our viewers would have: marks.
Invaluable. Marks are, in one word, invaluable. Again, I know I'm praising Career Launcher a lot, but they deserve it. So Career Launcher provides, first we start with weekly mocks, and the level of difficulty is also kept in mind. At the beginning you have a little easier. The mocks are a little easier. Then we shift to bi-weekly mocks every Wednesday and Saturday or Sunday. You can totally, it's up to you whenever your schedule permits. And the mocks, they really help you understand where you stand, not just yourself, but in comparison to your peers also. And it's one thing doing one section at a time at home, but when you're in that mock environment in the classroom and you have those 2 hours and you have to solve the entire paper for the 2 hour within the 2 hours, then you really understand what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, which section I have to attempt first, which you basically form a pattern. And when exam day comes, it feels like a mock basically, because you've given so many mocks. Like for example, this year, if we take both CLAT and ALET mocks into account, I've given 60 plus mocks.
Wow.
And that is true for all my colleagues also. And yeah, they really, most of them are tougher than the actual examination, let me tell you that. So once you give the actual examination, it will certainly not feel like a breeze, but it will feel okay. You will be able to give your CLAT examination with a clear conscience, and you will rock it.
Yeah, I think, again, wonderful insights. She's talking about mocks being, self-assessment tools, improvisation tool. And I think Kritika is one of those students. I don't think you missed any mock.
No.
None whatsoever. So, and very reflective. So I think that's very important that you use your marks for reflection. She's done all of that. So that was a very, very useful tip that you gave us. And apart from that, what is your take on preparing for analytical reasoning? I mean, what would you tell the viewers?
Well, for the past 2 years, we've seen the consortium putting analytical reasoning. The year before this, they put one section which, really psyched a lot of candidates, pushed the overall cutoff really down. This year, it was not critical reasoning actually, it was the entire logical reasoning section was analytical reasoning. But I think this year people were expecting some surprises, some twists, and also if you simultaneously prepare for the ALET exam, where the logical reasoning section is contains a lot of analytical reasoning, that also really helps you to understand, your seating arrangements, your deduction, uh, familial relations, and everything. So I say do prepare for analytical reasoning. You never know what CLAT can give. This year, some people were saying that last year analytical reasoning has come, so maybe this year it will be only critical reasoning, and look what happened. You never know. You never know. So, yes, of course, prepare for analytical reasoning, because I don't think any candidate should only give CLAT. First, this is, I'm going a bit sideways, but please, I think I say prepare for both CLAT and ALET, because both of the exams are important. You never know what can happen. I mean, this year, I think everyone was surprised by how much the cutoffs shot up. This has historically never happened in CLAT. So I say prepare for both the exams, prepare for analytical reasoning, prepare for anything. Prepare to be surprised, prepare to be shocked.
Okay. So you have very, very explicitly stated what I think has happened. So you just reinforce that. So when you mentioned that people have to be prepared for these surprises, etc. So when you're sitting in that hot seat, the exam hall, what prepared you to manage your time effectively? Because this time we had AR, which was very lengthy. You had math. The set one was quite lengthy. What are your takes on time management strategies? How do you develop that?
So obviously, time management mocks are the most critical aspect for developing your time management. If you're able to complete your mocks in an hour and 50 minutes, you will be able to finish CLAT in around that time, or perhaps 5 minutes more. I think, yeah. So basically, when you're writing the exam, you have to go in with the mentality that it's just like another mock. I mean, obviously the stakes are higher. I am not denying that the stakes are much, much higher. But you have to keep a cool head. You have to be like, okay, in the mocks I do English in 20 minutes. Here also, I will be able to do English in 20 minutes. In the mocks, I'm able to do maths in 25 minutes. Okay, here it took 30 minutes. Now I have to manage my legal. I have to do my legal a little fast. So, yeah, and these things happen in your mocks. Sometimes in your mocks, you will get a harder math section which takes you a little more time, and then you will be like, okay, I have to deduct some time from GK, legal, or logical, or English, or something. So, yeah, the mocks really help you to build all those permutations and combinations, and always keep your analog watch handy. Always keep that in mind. So, yeah, the mocks are the most critical tool for it. And secondly, obviously, having a calm mind. I think after last year, the seating arrangement debacle and the whole Supreme Court thing, we were sort of expecting a twist or a turn, so it was surprising, honestly, sitting there. And I personally do logical reasoning last. So, yeah, 4 sections down, and I see, oh, it's all AR. But in that moment, it's important to remind yourself, okay, I will read the passage, I will read the questions. If I'm able to solve them, I will mark it in the OMR. That should be your mentality.
Great. So a lot of attitudinal shifts when you use mocks as actually decision-making tools. That's
Yes.
what you're saying, not just skill building. So so it helps you to decide quickly, even if there are surprises. So a simulation of the real test. A last question. Supposing, we have to sort of look at a study plan for our CLAT aspirants. a lot of students have this query: how many hours should we study? Should we do all the subjects in one day, or should we do only GK and then math and then legal? What is your take on making a robust study plan? How should it be designed?
So, if we coming to the topic of study plans, then I think a lot of individual discretion is also important. I mean, I am not you, so you are not me. We differ, you know. Maybe it's the sleep cycle, maybe it's the time of the day when you're most active. All that differs. But I think for the vast majority of people, making a sort of loose study plan, I'm not saying it has to be very rigid,
Okay.
you know, that, oh, 1 hour I have to do this, 1 hour I have to do this. It doesn't have to be that rigid. But, you know, for example, in your previous mock, your legal didn't go as well. Maybe focus on your legal a little more. Maybe you're struggling with narrative passages in English. Maybe give an hour or two to that. You know, it's fine. And as you said for GK, I think a lot of people get overwhelmed by the amount of information there, and they just keep on studying and going on from one Wikipedia page to the other. Look, guys, GK, obviously, the first few months are always a bit slow in terms of news. You know, keep reading your newspaper, keep writing things down, or if you like typing, then typing things down. Yeah, and then slowly those notes will accumulate, and I think September, October is when you should start pushing on the GK. But by pushing it, I don't mean 10 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I never did 4 hours actually. I think the most I've done is 3 hours in a day. And it will be enough, guys, trust me, because CLAT, it does not focus on, you know, topics which are so esoteric that you can't make 5 or 6 questions out of it. Remember that they have to give a passage, and they have to give 5 or 6 questions related to the same topic which is mentioned in the passage. So they will never give something which is just a one liner. So yeah, that, and yeah, make a study plan, make a timetable, whatever works best for you, whatever gives you the maximum returns. I think right now you have a lot of time, you can experiment. You please go to your teachers if you have doubts or anything. They are they're very open, they won't judge you. So please go to them. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Anything else you would like to tell our future aspirants in terms of top 2 things that they must do, top 2 things they should not do?
Top 2 things you must do. I think attend your classes. You know, it's important to have fun, to have that camaraderie with your colleagues, to have that connection with your teachers. I think it's very important because CLAT is not an exam where you can just rote learn stuff. You have to build those critical reasoning skills, basically, which can only be formed within that classroom environment. Secondly, I would say do your mocks, prepare a study plan, study hard, do what works best for you, go to your teachers. Yeah, 2 things you must not do. First of all, I think the digital elephant in the room needs to be addressed. I know it can be hard, guys. I know it can be hard. But, you know, if your screen time is touching 5 hours, that's 5 hours you are not doing GK, certainly. So, yeah, the digital thing needs to be reduced a little. You need to look at the bigger picture. You need to say to yourself, okay, I want to go into an NLU. Instagram Reels, you'll have to wait. Second thing you must not do. That's a bit difficult. I can't think of anything right now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't miss mocks.
Don't miss mocks, yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. I'm sure our listeners, viewers, parents, students alike have learned a lot from Ms. Kritika Ghosh. She has touched on some fundamental aspects that contribute to succeeding such a competitive exam like CLAT. She's covered almost everything, right from how to prep, study plan, mock, attending classes. So this essentially tells us how hard she has worked on her fundamentals first. Do what's required first. Again, thank you so much for your precious time, ma'am.
Pleasure
And
to
I
be
would
here.
say, wish you all the best. Heartiest congratulations once again from the entire CL family. We are very, very confident that you're going to follow your father's footsteps and perhaps rock the legal world. Very confident about that.
Thank you.
Thank you
too.
so much. Thank you.
All the best, everyone.